that they are being neglected, taxpayers' money is wasted. What is wrong? So, like I said, I've seen a lot of things. Trust me, a lot of things. We have a lot of neglect in these things in Tobago, and I don't understand why people in Tobago not speaking out. I am not afraid. I don't care if they don't give me no assistance, no help again. I am speaking out because it is my constitutional right and it is my democracy to speak for the freedom and the fundamental rights of every single citizen in this country, especially Tobago. So come on, people, you all need to wake up. I've seen it. I've seen
Amen. So Bethel is okay? I don't think so. What about the young men and how people describing Bethel young men as being out there doing crime? Tell us about Bethel. Did you walk around and feel the pulse of the young people in Bethel?
I did not get to go to Bethel, but I had some people on my walkabouts from Bethel, strong community persons, and the problem is job opportunities. Some of the other problems that we have, like people who need assistance. He needs social assistance. So social assistance is a strong thing. Job opportunities is also one. And I think they have some persons had road issues and
what about Lambo?
So that is something that
what about Lambo?
Right, Lambo now. Bethel is worse. As I said, Sheena, I don't want to say much on it because Bethel have a lot of issues. What I would have done is put them, I don't have them at hand. I would have put them in different villages. So what Lambo needs is road. They need to fix the road. What I was looking at is the fishing. When these guys doing fishing, as I was saying,
yes, I love them.
Entrepreneurship. Let's put little talk shops for them. So these young men now would have talk shops. Like, okay, they're doing fishing and they bungle up on that one little boat thing. Do a proper little.
So like a shopping stall where every fisherman or vendor, they could even sell more than fish. They could sell fruits, they could sell seasonings, they could sell pepper sauce. It's a place where you can go. My God, you mean Tobago still like that? And they're talking about tourism, my people? Nickocy, maybe you have to go out and come back in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think they like to talk about natural. Natural and nasty is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Natural and nasty is two different things, the same end, but having a natural looking area, but it look nasty. It looking like you only want to stay in your car and order the fish. You wouldn't want to come out and walk so that you may buy fish from this person, but the next person next door have lines. The next person next door have seasoning and pepper sauce.
Mm-hmm.
The next person next door might have green banana to make a broth.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm suggesting do a little talk
and
shop
natural is different from dilapidated. Like how I will go to Charlottesville and I will watch these men coming in with all these big, if you could call fish beautiful, because the biggest grouper I have ever seen, the grouper head bigger than my whole afro. And the stores, the area where the men sell, every place look grungy and need uplifting. The stalls need to repaint. Everything, we can do better. Here coming Anselm again. Anselm Richards, how are you?
I'm good, Mama Coco, I'm good.
Boy, I miss you. I miss you. We are.
Tobago miss you.
No.
I tried to get you at Cindy and Winston to have a presence here.
You think Tobago ready for Mama Coco at this age? Trust me.
Of course. I mean to say
I put in
wisdom of Mama Coco.
Thank you.
Of your wisdom and what you bring to the process of you need at this time and in this season.
Anselm, you want to make me cry now?
So and then we have Cindy who can offer some guidance in the health. Who can offer up some very serious leadership, and she's doing every Tuesday morning. She has this program with Brazil Mohammed. you know, and it's been talked about all on social media, you know, and then we have Winston who can really lead the youths into
You know, Trinidad and
yes,
Tobago
and all of
people
that. So
not like
I think
Duke.
that, you know, you all
You know they not like Duke.
they like Winston, they like the Black Panther, and let me extend condolences to Winston on the passing of one of his co-actors in that great movie. You know, it's
Yes,
an unfortunate development. A young man at 43 years, you know, who's just started to enjoy I would say the pinnacle of his career, passing.
yes,
You know, I know Winston probably is shaken by that.
yes. He get hit. He took it very hard last night, and
Yeah,
still
yeah, yeah.
is. He hasn't been downstairs for the day.
Yeah, I know that's devastating, even for the fans of the movies. You
Yes,
know, because
yes.
it's my sons who drew my attention to his passing. So
Oh,
that tells you how deep you know it went.
yes.
So yeah, yeah. So so
So,
that's
Brother
it. So
Anselm, brother,
so I'm saying before you come in, Mama Coco. So I want you and Cindy and Vincent to think deep about, you know, how you all can influence the big, as you are doing now from where you are, but more probably if it's twice a year, 3 times a year. You know, I know Cindy spoke to me about doing something like that, but I really feel that, especially in Tobago East, I think that you know, your presence here, even though it's for a month, 2 weeks, from 2 times a year, could turn things around. You know, but you're coming to do something positive,
yes.
right? Right. Just think about it, and we could probably discuss it probably in an informal way some other time. You and Cindy and I.
So, you have
All
place
right?
for me to stay in country and all these things.
Yeah, man. You have the great house there, Richmond Great House.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're gonna talk off air about that, and I want you
About
to
that.
do, and I want you to do something. I want you to do something. I want you to get involved in 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 the progression of Tobago again. You always, I love who you are, I love what you stand for, but you can't have so much knowledge for change and keep it to yourself or just showing it up slightly. I need you to get back out there politically. In Jesus'
Oh,
name, I ask, I wish, and I say,
okay.
Amen.
All right. I'll lay it at the foot of the cross of Calvary.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
I'll lay,
Yes.
I'll lay your plea at the foot of the cross, and I'll
Well,
take my instruction.
we have been going on all night
Yes.
without you very I hope you got the chance to listen
Yeah.
to
To the next. Yeah, I
yes
have.
to Nickocy, and
Nickocy.
she has done a great job doing what was asked and expected of her. And I know
Yeah.
you we had a short conversation, and I really I really was ready to have you this evening.
Yes,
Our show is
always.
about to come to an end. I don't know what you want to contribute concerning the education and the returning to school. I know you have a
How
lot
long?
of political thing to talk about, but I want you
How
to
long?
give your version.
Yeah. All right. Going back to school, it's important that we have the Tobago children return to some kind of formal structured learning arrangement. You know, I have kids who are at school, and I know the last 4 6 months outside of school was not an easy arrangement for them. You know, and sometimes we can't tell the psychological impact that this disruption in the formal education system may have had on them or is having on them. So that is something that we need to track also, how this situation is affecting children, because they have mental health issue also. Sometimes we don't pay attention. We feel like they are immune to those things. So that's something I think the authorities need to do some kind of formal inquiry, so that they could know how this disruption in their lives have impacted their mental health. So that's one aspect. But going back to the school arrangement, I think it is important that we have them return to some kind of formal structure in terms of their education, right? We know that the in-person learning in the school, in the physical plant, is a near impossibility now because of the pandemic, right?
Yes,
The homeschooling and the home learning is not, it's a new phenomenon. You know, it's going to require significant investment in time from both parents and the government, and in technical infrastructure and equipment to support the type of learning that we are forced to engage in now because of the pandemic, right? So the thing is that we need to understand the different socioeconomic status or state of the different family and household, and how they can now equip themselves for this new kind of this new season of learning.
Yes.
And what kind of help and support they will need from the state or even private, private organization or civil society organization that are, designed and their purpose is to assist families who are in difficult situation like these. So we don't have the data at hand, but from my casual observation and my knowledge of the island, especially on the windward side and the northeastern side of the country, I don't know, the last poverty study that was done in Tobago said that the largest pocket of poverty is in the northeastern end of the island. So that's when you go from Rocks Road back into Castara, back into the
Hey.
land area. And definitely we're going to have, so when you take, let us say, from Kendall upwards, we had the largest pockets of poverty and go back from into Castara side. And those are the areas
What?
that have, yeah. I mean to say, probably the measure and the way they calculate the poverty may, in the formal way, may not really reflect the reality of the ground, but the official report is saying that we have the highest level of concentration of poverty in those areas.
Wow.
Now, and from the physical outlay of the island, those are the areas that are going to have difficulty in access to high-speed internet for connectivity for the type of schooling that we are engaging in now, or about to embark upon. And therefore, special attention needs to be paid to these communities in these areas to ensure that no child in those communities are left behind, and that the necessary support and the necessary arrangements are put in place to ensure that every child in those areas, especially in Tobago East and the northeast of Tobago, have a fair and equal opportunity of being educated in the new format of the education system that is about to start in the next couple of days. And that is
Oh my
something
God.
that is something I'm going to be pressing for on the media. I'm going to engage in that until we get some kind of formal response from the THA as to how they propose to treat with those concerns, and what are the methodologies that they're going to use, the resources that they're going to allocate it for that. And we're going to track that to ensure that not one of our child in Tobago East and the northeast of Tobago is left behind. Also, the issue of the school feeding program, they need to come to us, tell us how they are going to utilize the resources that is budgeted for that program now that the students are at home and they are not in school. So I can assume now that the former school feeding program is frozen at this point until our children are back into the physical plan, and therefore there need to be some kind of innovation or some kind of innovative way as to how they're going to support parents in terms of providing the meals for those students who are at home now. And therefore the teacher need to work out some kind of arrangement, some kind of method as to how they're going to utilize the fund. I think it is that if our education system was properly developed to the point it ought to have been at this point in our history, that should have been an easy exercise for us, because we should have had the information, the data on every student digitized. We
Yes.
know who they are, where they are working, and so forth. And with the click of a button, we do the calculation, and we send to each parent's account or to the parent's account what we call a food grant or a food support,
That's
a
right.
child support. Easy, so you get in your account. There is no mathematics in that. There is no white man jumping out from space for that to happen.
Hello.
And you go to the back. Yes, yes, Mama Coco. That is an easy thing. It's a very easy thing to be done, but the way we are with the lack of information and the way we conduct business here, we present our own difficulty in getting things done. You know. So if we had
So
that information.
so are you saying to Mama Coco that they're not ready?
Well, they have not demonstrated to us in their conversation the narrative, and they have not provided information that will signify to the island community that they are ready and they have worked out all the logistics in these matters. This is a very complex issue. Education is a very complex issue with a lot of moving
Yes.
parts. And they
Yes.
need, because we have all, that education is
Yes.
not an easy thing. And then with what we are, and this new approach to education, they need to come and have the conversation with us what role parents will have to play. For instance, if you have, in my situation, my wife is a senior public servant, very senior public servant. I am a businessman. We have kids in school. It means therefore what arrangement for home learning in terms of their supervision when that is taking place. We may have to bring in a person to do that and pay that person. So it's an extra cost to the family that we have not
Yes.
budgeted for. And that is not unique to my situation or our situation, but it will be a common feature for a lot of families on the island. And therefore, whether the HA will provide support for that in terms of social workers or whatever you call it, or education support officers or clerk or what you want to call them, to provide that kind of level of supervision and support for parents who can't afford to pay a nanny or a maid or or educator supporter. Call it what you want, but
Yes.
the supervision will be critical for a lot of family, and how that is
Yes.
going to be worked out is something that we need to discuss as a community, as an island community. We haven't had that conversation from the THA. I don't know if they are still working out on a policy on it, but those issues will come up very, very prominently in the weeks to come. Because
People
these are
like,
questions.
yeah, people, you have to go on media and raise this, because these are very highfalutin. These are very highfalutin ideas, and PNM doesn't have that. And even though they think about it, they don't talk about it. And then we go
But
here, we would have. We would have mean that you still have the money. So let us know where the money is going. Let us utilize our community center. Let us retrofix
now,
a lot of stuff.
Mama Coco, here's the thing, and here kind of madness that is happening to me. Over the last 16, 20 years, this administration have spent millions of dollars, and I would put it over $100 million in setting up e-zones in community. There is one right in Argyle, nearby the Argyle Center, with the container. I'm sure you could remember that when you were in Tobago the last time.
Yes.
The e-zone, yes, right? Those things are intended to be internet, something like an internet cafe, for want of a
Yes.
better description, where the community, for those in the communities who don't have access to computers and connectivity and so forth, they can go to those facilities and utilize them and do their homework, do their research and all of that. I am certain now, without fear contradiction, that over 90 to 99% of those facilities are dysfunctional.
And they're real slow.
Right. So and that is part of the dysfunctionality because of the speed you need. The point I want to make is that if we had understood what we wanted to do with those e-zone facilities, those facilities now could have been utilized by students in the communities who
That's
don't
right.
have connectivity. They could have gone there with their parents, 5, 6 of them, depending on the space area, social distancing, and have access to internet connectivity and the ability to learn. That would have
Because
supported some qualities. But when you spend all those monies, you put up those facilities, and now they are dysfunctional. As a matter of fact, when I was head of the research unit in Tobago here, I was asked to evaluate a proposal that came from the central government, the office of the Prime Minister. I think Patrick Manning was the Prime Minister at the time, to set up a what they call it. Oh, it was at the Belgian Center, a telecenter.
oh,
A telecenter, right? They came, I did the proposal, and I grew up in the country, and they said, pass me pick me first. So when I evaluated, I said, this is a good thing, but it's not a good Belgian. So when I write my report, I recommend that we embark on it, we accept the proposal. The government wanted to set up one in Tobago, and I set it up in Belgian by the Belgian Community Center. When the report went to the then Chief Secretary, who was Orville London, he called me. He said, why you recommend this for Belgian? I said, Mr. Orville London, hear me. Mr. Passing the scrutiny pick it first. He can give me an opportunity to say, well, this is going to Tobago. I carry it home by me, Belgian. He said, answer me. No, serious. He said, you're honest and you're straightforward. He said, go to Belgian. And we had a telecenter there. As a matter of fact, here the irony of the situation. The person who was elected to run the telecenter. You know it's who?
Who?
Damien, Evelyn, your sister-in-law's son, for Walter. My nephew.
Oh.
I never knew that I was creating a job for my nephew. He had just finished his computer programming degree. But here the thing, he didn't finish there. When Ayana finished school, Damien moved on, and Ayana came back from Barbados. Ayana took over.
Your niece now?
My niece. So it was my nephew and my niece. But the point I'm making is that that facility provided training in computer literacy and homework support for people, not only in Belgarden students, but environment. People from all Dallaford, Roxborough Police Youth Club send their students. They were trained in computer, elderly people, and all of that. It was a really game changer.
So to be honest, there wasn't anybody else around to really get that job, or they just finished school and qualified enough. Because what I am saying, and that's why I was saying, that some of these jobs and portfolio belong to young people who knows computer and who are computer technicians. All these old politicians, I don't know why we're giving them work. They don't know anything about computer. So Nickocy, you were listening to...
The point that facility was not maintained.
So Nickocy, we were listening to Brother Anselm. You said most of those things there before, but then he now was specifying that he was given the task to do something like an internet cafe. Do you have such thing in Buku? Wow. This internet in Tobago, they all really want wide bandwidth. CJ Lewis Beatty said, actually, they are learning curriculums that are interactive, that students can use without much guidance. They just need supervision. Teachers can be fully involved in evaluating and doing a variety of small groups every day to support students. But what I am saying, that the internet cafe thing, CJ, do you guys have one in Charlottesville? Because Argyle doesn't have much children going to high school, which is painful to speak about. Now, cousin Nicola Hines, she's saying the young people them today different. So we can't blame the government. Nicola, come off this live tonight. Come off this live. Can you move, Nicola Hines? Nobody not blaming government. We're talking what Tobago needs. And if the government should be doing it, the government has to do it. The government not doing us a favor. We gave them a favor by putting them in power. Nicola, you're not supposed to behave like that. Nicola, you live in America, where you could walk down the road and sit down in any place and do your homework. Nicola, stop that. Oh God. This is not politics night. The election done. This is not party talk. This is people talk and policies that our children are left behind. Stop talking about what PNM, and we are not in that. You are PNM. When the time comes and I want politics, you will be invited. Not tonight, Nicola. Nicola, I swear to God, if you do one more of that bullshit there in my life tonight, I'm blocking you for life. Or you could block yourself. Because I can't take this. Nicola Hines, I can't take this. Family, you're messing with my integrity. And you're messing with my stability. Back off. Who said people now want? Why you leave Tobago? Because you want it. Why are you not going back? Because you get it. Anselm Love and Nickocy, I bless the night with you guys. THF giving 70% of the people work. What again you expect? What again you expect? Collis Hazel in Roxborough. Collis own an internet cafe. Collis running the youth club. Collis running cooking, food feeding. Collis running this. Collis running a bar until he has have alcohol selling at nights when he having night football. It's only some people. And you bastards, you internet Jezebels, get off my life. I'm going to block you. I thought you're brilliant. I hate stupid women. Tell your mommy I tell you that. That's what is vexed with all you for. Or let's just mash up relationship. Because your mother and me going down so good. Where the hell are you coming from with your bullshit? Not tonight, Satan. What the government have to do, the government have to do. Now because you're claiming Ayana is your family from Roxborough. She's my cousin too. But she's a boo. I voted for her, you didn't. Stop drinking PM Kool-Aid and calling it peanut punch. Peanut punch is not Kool-Aid, bitch. God! Where you come from with this? Why you always doing that? You're always out of time. You're making things into a joke because you and your children live in America and living large and nice. What are you doing to my life now tonight? What transformation you making? I demanding that the THA should be charged. And the THA is supposed to face some form of retribution for the millions of dollars that disappear in tourism. Who the hell are you? You think I on this life looking for friends and family? The amount of family and friends that I blocked and still had you, tonight you're gone. Get out. Thank you, Anselm, for your contribution. I don't know why Nicola has pushed me. She knows I don't like it. But if you're a PNM troll, I am on patrol for myself. Why build that big facility that you call cultural complex and you can't use it now? Millions of dollars. Where is Orville in all of this? Why he ain't saying nothing? But all of your watered down women want to fight for Orville. Orville should be in jail for 16 years. Orville in London posing and you in America trying to make me lose my cool. Get off! I call in Orville name, I ain't calling yours. I call Keith Rowley name, I ain't calling yours. I call out the president of Trinidad and Tobago, but a whole lot of water beasts and wallabies. All the PNM wallabies. Yes. All the rhinoceros. Yes. Yes. All of them belong in water. All of them crocodile. All you ain't hungry. So they want to tell people to remain hungry. I go send a barrel for you. I celebrated you, Nicola. I bring you on as a guest. I bring you on to build your confidence and to straighten up your ability to survive and succeed as a single mother. But you always coming with your PNM bullshit on my life. Who the hell you think you
Hello?
are? Hi, my darling. How you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden the internet just dropped, so I'm glad
Is
I'm
it?
back now. I'm hearing you.
It's because you taught the truth. That doesn't like that, you know.
I'm not
So,
even
so
hearing you properly.
see if you could hear me.
I'm not hearing you.
Why you want to talk about the people? Don't you dare!
Hello?
Hello, my dear. How are you? Are you good to speak now? So I want to ask you a question. It's people like Nicola and them that make you couldn't even shine. It's people like you
Hello?
and she and Liz Williams and others who answering for the politician. This is what election does. Election bring enemy between family and friends because we don't have boundaries. I can't handle people. I don't handle stupid people because the fool said in his heart there is no God. And the Bible said corrupt are they, for they have done abominable things. Don't write upon my life. This is not no PNM night. This is not no PDP night. This is people's night. Anselm invited me to come back home to give my contributions. And if you go back home, you say you will never go back. Why we have double tongue? She not listening to Anselm with his statistics about the countryside where she from. She from Belgarden. If you're home, you can't use your nice Apple and your nice iPad because there are no white band. Why are you doing this? Oh my God. I just go to Tobago and can't even get to keep alive. I can't even get to play music. Broadband, I mean, not white band. She white. I don't know what she does harass your family for. Well, no family tonight, eh? Nicola Hines, the family thing rests down. You mess with me, I'm going to mess with you.
The miking system not even working.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were having a good time. But you know, sometimes the distraction that's come from your own. They say that when dog bite you, it's okay. But when your own dog bite you, it's the worst bite ever. Because you know, you ain't expect the dog to bite you. When you see a strange dog, you will know the characteristics of a dog. So you expect the dog, once he has teeth or she has teeth, you expect a bite. But I hate when people. What,
Right.
you're hard of understanding? Yes, Nickocy. We are coming to the
Yes,
end
I'm
of this show, and
right.
you guys will be back another time.
Of course.
Don't come on my life with your mental and your mental enslavement. It's none but our self can fear our mind. Yes, and if you want to move on in life and think that God will bless you in America while you don't get cursing Tobagonians and feel like Tobagonians and them no want nothing, says who? Why the hell do we vote anyway? Because we want something. We're looking for changes. You tell me tonight, before you finish your life, how did Liz Williams treated you for this election?
Well, um, for me, I think we spoke, and I would have expected her to do certain things, and she did not do certain things. But as I said, it is human and it is news, and you always have to sell a story. And I guess if you don't respect me in regards to what I said that I want to be posted or how I would be referred to, and you do not respect my wishes, then again, it limits me now to the media and the type of media and who will be able to get a story from me or who will not get a story from me. And I think, this thing was just this whole thing election, because let me just say this. This election here was everybody wanted a story. And the persons who would have done the best in the abilities of that story were most likely Newsday and the other media outlets who would I-95, they would have done what they're supposed to do. They respected my wishes. They respected the conduct of which I wanted to carry it about. And in regards to persons who have been disrespectful on a media post, if you post something, you control your media. If you, Liz, would have posted something on your media and you have people disrespecting the person and calling them sort of names and deferring the character, you are supposed to block that person immediately. But that was not the point. And for me, I'm saying it, typical black people syndrome. Crabs in a barrel is what I will say. They tend to pull on their own people and they wouldn't pull me because I'm not going to be in a crab in a barrel. I'm out of the barrel working to see if I can pull the other people out of the barrel. So at the end of the day, it never bothered me. At this point in time, I am dealing with two issues. I'm still awaiting the police service to call me back for the person who threatened me. They said they found the person, and up to this date, I have not heard anything after that. When last I checked, somebody was supposed to call me. The next thing is somebody posted my political picture on a voice with some susu money missing. They took my picture and posted it there. I reported to the police service. We know who the person are. I am still awaiting the police service. And that's why I said, if I was the prime minister or the chief secretary, my issue would have been dealt with as fast as possible. And there's only certain class of people that have been dealt with in society. And let me tell you, I'm not afraid of anybody. And anybody who continues to slander or try to break down my character, I'm going to take every single one of them to court. And I'm going to make all the money that I could help to work with the youths. And I'm going to use that same money I take them to court with and build